You know what is the most amazing thing about doing things from home? Working from home, making videos from home, having calls from home. Because, like this, you can look decent, but at the same time you can be comfy. Leave with this information now. Moin moin, dear people, old, new, my friends, the friends of my friends, my relatives, and everyone who found this video and who thought that it might be interesting for them. Welcome to my channel. My name is Anna of Northern Germany, a survivor, a fighter, a writer. I talk about things that I really enjoy, and those things are literature. Sometimes in my videos I need crochet, and sometimes I just show my life, how I have been integrating in Germany, because I've been living for 2 years in Germany and I am a refugee here. And today you can see from the topic of the video, it's going to be a bit strange. I don't know if there are videos of this kind on YouTube. Maybe they are. I just didn't check. But I just wanted to talk about birthdays. And why I'm talking about it, because yeah, on Sunday it's going to be my birthday and I am turning 27. It's funny because I don't like what I look today. I think I look like an old woman, possibly. I've got this dress from my friend and I wanted to use it as a skirt. And I think it's not my color. I think I just feel a bit weird in this dress. Maybe it's just not mine. Maybe it's more like, you know, girly dress. Or maybe the problem is the color. I don't know. But I will introduce you to a bit of my life. How it happened that I didn't celebrate my birthday much, and what my opinion about birthdays. Should we celebrate birthday? And I also tell you how I celebrate birthdays recently, and also this week I will show you some short episodes how I celebrate my birthday, because this time it's been a week of celebrations. Basically, I celebrated it for myself, and Sunday I will celebrate my birthday with my friends. A bit of narcissism, as if there is not enough narcissism on the internet. Maybe someone doesn't know how to put the light up correctly. Not that I have many options of the light, but it's okay. It's not your problem. I'm just complaining to myself. But okay, the thing about birthdays. It's Tuesday. A bit left, less than a week till my birthday. I already got one of my gifts. I have been procrastinating a bit, but I have an excuse because I am a bit ill. I feel a bit weak, and this half, I don't know if it is a nerve or something, hurts. And tomorrow I have a job interview, and the room is a total mess right now because I had a fashion show, kind of. Because, like, you know, in Russia we have this epic childhood when your mom brings a pile of clothes from your aunt or something and says, for you. And you don't even know what to do with them, but you try them on, some you leave. And the same happened today because my friend wants to transport some old clothes to the Red Cross, and she brought some things for me and for my other friend who is coming to visit closer to the end of November, to see if we want something from that. And I was actually very thoughtful. I left those for my friend if she wants them. It has ridiculous. Yeah, it is ridiculous, but sometimes she likes having these fun things. And she has a deer overalls, so maybe. And this fluffy thing is very fluffy and nice, but I look ridiculous in it. But my friend is petite, and I almost said peut-être. This is what happens when you speak several languages. And maybe it'll suit her, I don't know. But I took two things. I actually took more than those. I found nice pants for myself because, like those home pants, I love cool home pants, like very, very beautiful. Yeah, so those are great. But this, I like the skirt. I'm not really interested in the dress, but I like the skirt, and I thought maybe I can wear it with something because I wanted a slightly longer skirt. But I was lazy to go to Havana to buy a skirt for myself to a second-hand shop because I'm poor. And I also thought those, and I thought they would be very cool if I and my friends arrived to do El Camino de Santiago in the second part of, or in the first part of 2025, because it's our plan. Well, maybe it's my plan and they just mentioned it, so I don't know if it will work out, but I really want to do that because I'm hungry for traveling, because I haven't traveled for a while. And I have two dreams, like Iceland and El Camino. And I took those. I don't like the color, but I thought maybe I can dye it. The old me, if she met me, real me right now, should say, are you crazy? But yeah, I do lots of crazy things, like knitting, crocheting. I was always saying that it is so stupid. Who would ever do that? Because you can just buy clothes. No. So I thought that if I dyed it some hockey color, like, you know, they're green, like not like this green, but this green I won't be able to print it. I like this military style. I hate wars, but I like the military style. And I always wanted pants like that, so stay tuned. But I actually wanted to open one of my gifts to myself for my birthday. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey. Hey. Yay! Yes. It's the book written by Alexei Navalny in jail. Alexei Navalny is a Russian activist who unfortunately died in February. Oh, he was murdered by Vladimir Putin. And I really respect him as an activist. And it was a big shock for me when he died. And yeah, now we have a book from him. And I specifically looked for it in Russian because I want to hear his voice when I read it, if you know what I mean. Can you even see it? I'm so happy. Let's start maybe with me and with my attitude to birthdays, because I think the concept of aging, it's difficult for me because, yeah, I think it's all coming from the fear of death, because as my psychologist says, everybody is afraid of death, and if someone says that they're not afraid of death, they're probably lying, or they're lying to themselves. It's clear. And I'm an anxious person, and it also adds to my anxiety because every time it feels like, yeah, you're adding up. Your years are adding up, more and more years, and eventually you're getting older. It feels like nothing is being added, but you're only losing with age. And in other people, I feel like every age is beautiful, But for my age, I'm like 27, horrible. I think I generally wasn't planning to live that long because I used to have some issues. Yeah, I had a serious case of depression and now I'm in remission. If you feel like listening to sad stories, you can listen to or watch my video about my story of my depression. And yeah, I think this video is not super popular on the internet. I understand why, but if you feel like watching, you can do it. And yeah, I'm an anxious person, and birthdays trigger my anxiety. But at the same time, it wasn't always this way. It's hard to say when it began because I think at the very beginning, when I was born in like 5 years or so, I really loved birthdays because people were attracted to me, and every time for my birthday, many people were invited, although, well, this is from what I remember. I think my mother used to say that once they tried to ignore my birthday and not to invite anyone, and I was very upset. I don't remember that. And I liked when people came to visit me for my birthday. I liked that we had several tables and people didn't fit in at these tables. It was super cool. Still, I used to have a godmother. Well, I still have her, but we don't communicate with each other. And also my birthday was a chance to see my grandparents from my mother's side, and I didn't see them often. And from what I remember, those were very, very happy moments because Slavic people maybe know how it happens, how we celebrate birthdays for small children, and many people gather, and my mother baked a cake herself. I think when I was still very, very little, she baked cakes by herself. And we have this game which is called, well, it's basically a chant, Karavay, Karavay, choose whoever you want. And we have this Karavay. It's a type of bread, and I think it's symbolic. It's more typical for weddings. We have very funny traditions for weddings that you need to bite on the Karavay, and if you bite the bigger piece, that means that you will be the leader of the family, you will be the boss there. It sounds very bad these days, but it's actually funny if you see it as a game, if you see it as a real opportunity to prove everyone that you're the boss. Es tut mir sehr leid, you know. I think also Karavay, returning to my video about Russian or Slavic folklore, it has the tradition of like these circle dances, which is called horovod, and now I think it's another game for children. But when I was little, yeah, that was Karavay, Karavay, choose whoever you want. And the child was standing in the middle, and people were dancing and making like a horovod, making a circle around the child. And someone, usually it was either my mom or my aunt or my godmother, and they were holding the cake above my head with candles. Sounds like fire hazard, but so much fun. And I was allowed to choose a person from all my relatives. I think I used to choose my cousins, someone from my cousins, and I could take the person into the circle, and everyone cheered, everyone celebrated me and the person who I chose. It was so sweet. It was so much fun. It doesn't happen in every family. That's what happened in my family. I was growing up, and then I started to realize that many of my relatives actually hated each other. I don't know if it impacted on my view on the birthday, on birthdays as celebration. But yeah, I just realized that my relatives, they don't really like each other, or maybe they like each other, but in a very bizarre way. And when I grew up, it started as something like, okay, we will not say to this relative that you are celebrating your birthday. Okay, if we invite this relative with this relative, my mom is constantly competing who is the biggest wife of the biggest wives, and who has cooked food for, I don't know, for an army, for all hungry children in Africa, for everyone. And yeah, maybe I don't like when this person comes to your birthday because I have to cook something better than she had cooked for the previous birthday where we went from their family. So it was so weird. And at some point I was like, my family members hate each other. It's not nice. It's not nice to understand that, but I don't know if it impacted on my perception. The biggest problem, okay, I could do without guests. I could do without Karavay. Although Karavay is cool. You have kids, you can try it out. Maybe, I don't know if you're afraid to hold like a cake above the child's head. But we had fun. We didn't care. But those were early 2000s, so I wonder why we didn't care. Yeah, people were immortal those days, I guess. But yeah, I always had this feeling of, well, I never had a feeling of immortality. So I was always like, yeah, death, scary. And also aging. And when I turned 15, I was terrified. I remember myself, I was like a tiger in the cage, like a typical Russian comparison. I was walking back and forth at home. And I thought, oh my God, how am I going to leave? I am turning 15. It's impossible. Okay, I survived 15. With my sharpened senses, with my anxiety and all that stuff. 16, okay. 17, still survivable, still manageable, yeah. Then 18. 18 was such a horror because I had such a depressive episode. I couldn't recover from this depressive episode for like 4 months, I think. That was when I had one of my worst cases of dissociation. I quickly remind you that dissociation, it's not something that like you are daydreaming or anything. It's a very, very unpleasant state. I experienced that. I mentioned in previous videos. Strawberry. Do you like the strawberry? It's a gift from my friend. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to open the box to insert the batteries, so you have to just look at the strawberries without lights in them. I'm sorry. I'm old but not wise. Yeah, I was suffering. I was like, well, I'm old, I'm 18. It's not like I was like, yeah, responsibility or something. No, it's just age. Oh my God, I'm 18. The video is over. The blogger did something wrong with her makeup. I like nothing today. Also, I don't like the makeup that I did. Guess these things just happen. And maybe it's just because of the dress, because I felt like the color I was doubtful. Okay, whatever. I think birthdays are confusing in general because you don't know what to make out of it. And also for me, I think I lacked some dopamine or some positive hormones. That's why I constantly craved something. I really wanted to have something, some miracle to happen for my birthday. They had no idea what this miracle was supposed to be. And no one, like, how could they do something if I didn't know what I wanted? And I didn't even want much because I don't think I have that many wishes. Now I have many things to make myself happy. But I think it's because I'm an Russian. Because I think when you have a chronic depression, it's hard to make yourself happy by celebrating your birthday. So also another problem is that in Russia, I don't know how it is in other cultures, in Russia gifts are a money loop, basically. That means that, for example, if I get 1,000 rubles for my birthday because my friends don't want to upset me, so they just give me money to buy something that I want to buy for myself, but I don't know what I can do with this money. And as a result, in the next month, for example, my other friend, or the same friend, is having her birthday. So basically, it's like I give 1,000 back. I get 1,000, I get 1,000 back. I get 1,000, I give 1,000 back. And it's not exactly, it's like not a gift, it's something symbolic. You just get your money and then you just give it back. I think my perception, my view on birthdays, it became a bit of a mess because I was so confused, and the age thing and depression and being unsatisfied with your life and other stuff, and also you want something but you don't know what you want, and people around, they don't exactly try to surprise you or anything because it's in the culture. And also you want attention, but at the same time you don't want attention, and you want just to hide somewhere far away in the closet and never go out from this closet. And as a result, when it was 2021, when I came to France to do my voluntary service, I came there shortly before I turned 24. I am a bit into poetry today, I guess. I arrived there, and then I turned 24, and I just informed only 1 or 2 people that I had my birthday, or even said that post factum that actually I had my birthday. And I felt so happy because I had no attention at all, and I thought, I made a conclusion that it's something for me, that I just pretend that my birthday doesn't exist. Problem solved. And I thought it would continue the same way, but then 2022 happened, the war, and I couldn't go back home to Russia, and I found myself in Germany, the place where I'm still living right now, although I'm searching for a flat. Cross your fingers for me. I really hope I can find it soon, although I know that my friends are searching for it for 2 years. But I'm going to start working, and then they will see. Then they will see that I'm a good tenant. I swear. That's okay. I came to Germany and I was so miserable. I also told the story, I think, in the video, which is called I'm a recognized refugee. Now what? I think I remembered how I came to Germany. I didn't have clothes. I was super miserable. I was super depressed. I was like like a wreck of a person, and I didn't have enough clothes. I had, for example, my boots, they were falling apart. They were from Russia. They were quite cheap, and yeah, by that moment they started to fall apart. And also I had jeans, but they were stained in green paint because I also worked in these jeans. And yeah, it was incredible. And I remember my birthday with my friends. After I came to Germany, I didn't expect that they would celebrate my birthday, but they did celebrate my birthday. My friend Vika, she played a record, or whatever it is called, this like tiny flute. And Timmy, if you know Timmy, he appeared in my previous videos. She said, "Timmy, let's sing." And they were singing for me happy birthday. Everyone was singing. I also got gifts. And I was like, oh, please don't give me anything. But they gave me things like some gift cards to go to buy clothes. And I felt so touched. I almost cried. I remember that later in the day, I watched Brother and Brother 2, either together or maybe shortly after I watched Brother, the second brother, Balabanov. Balabanov is the synonym to Russian depression. And yeah, I remember that quite well. And the next year, I already got books and other nice things, and this is how I could understand that my situation was getting better, because my friends didn't give like the necessities, they gave some pleasantries, and I wasn't already at the age of being deported due to Dublin. That was amazing. What it is now? Now I have been celebrating myself for a week already, and I think I pretty enjoyed that. I think I cracked it. You just need to give yourself some gifts, for example, through the week, during the whole week before your birthday. And it doesn't have to be something necessarily very expensive, because yeah, we don't have money sometimes. And this year I have saved some money for my gifts, but what I did last year and what I also did this year, you can look, I can show you quickly. Yes, U3 in Hamburg is my guilty pleasure. I love it, love it, love it, love it very much. And it costs 49 euro for the 49-year ticket. 10 out of 10. I love it. It became much easier when I got a therapist for myself, because yeah, we prepared for my birthday last year, and from what she said, birthday is something, yeah, it seems like something for children, or for us when we were children. And I think many things that make us happy are related to our childhood. That's why you should allow yourself things for your birthday. Like, for example, as my psychologist said, if I really wanted to eat the cake, like, you know, from the whole cake with a spoon, for my birthday, yeah, I was allowed to do that. And yeah, I ate a lot of sweet stuff my last birthday. I don't really like sweets. in general. But last birthday I was like, yeah, let's do it, let's celebrate. As I had already mentioned, this year I put some money aside, and I can show you what I gifted to myself. Alexei Navalny's memoir. He wrote it in jail, and well, this is his last book. I don't know if he finished it. I didn't read it yet. It has some pictures inside, and I searched for it in Russian. I explained why. Because, yeah, it's very important for me. It made me super happy. Another gift, I bought it yesterday. It's a small gift. It's just the continuation of my favorite childhood comics. I bought this one. This one is thinner, you can see, but I'm still happy. There is this character, Elion, and there was also a cartoon. And in the cartoon, she was like a poor, naive girl. Here she is evil. Crazy. And another thing, what I got for myself today, it's a form of a book nook, but it's more like a house because I really, really love it. And yeah, I really like the small details, the small houses. I like making them. I like puzzles. I discovered it last year when a friend of mine sent me a puzzle from France, and I went crazy making this puzzle. It was insane. And I used to like that in childhood too, like making puzzles and like different houses. I wasn't allowed to make them, but once we made a 3D puzzle together with my dad. Otherwise, I think I wasn't allowed near these houses, these model houses. Now I can do this. I think I managed to make peace with my birthday. I think also today I had a therapy session, and today with my psychologist we discussed that the coming years, every year will bring something, because I always see it as the year is going to take something from me away constantly. That of course might happen, but at the same time the year will bring something along, because yeah, times are changing and you're changing, and if you want something right now doesn't mean that you'll still want it like in 5 years. It's generally that getting older is not fun possibly, but it's not like you can do something against it, because it happens to all of us. And yeah, we can take advantage of it, because yeah, maybe bad things will happen, but also really many interesting things will happen. Because if I had known some years ago what my life would look like in 2024, the upcoming 2025, I would never ever believe in it, honestly, because I was in such a swamp of feelings and situations and crises and country falling apart and my family problems and all this stuff. I would have never believed that I would be free. But what is freedom? For everyone, freedom is different. I think that birthdays exist for us to take a special care over ourselves, to remember about ourselves one more time. And also in life we need to try to learn more about ourselves, because right now I know that nobody knows me better than I do, and I know that probably people won't give me a book nook or the book written by Alexei Navalny, but it's also fine because people don't read minds, and it's very cool if you have friends who can kind of read your mind, but yeah, it doesn't happen too often and it's normal. I think I also came to enjoying November is the month of my birth because I think November is suitable for me. I think I'm such a November girl. And yeah, I think today when I was on the train for my U3 and when I looked at Hamburg, and I just thought, oh my god, I live in this city. Well, not exactly in this city, but it's near me. It's my city. I do a lot of things there, and I also really like my town. And yeah, I am so happy that I live here, and it's also a blessing to really love the place where you live. And yeah, if you don't have it right now, it might come with years. So yeah, tell me what you think about birthdays. How did you celebrate birthdays in your countries in childhood? What do you do for yourself now? And when is your birthday? And do you match with your birthday? Because I think I really match with my November and my date, because my date is closer like to the end of November, and the nature has already changed, but at the same time there is a lot of beauty in this change. And I like November in Hamburg. Ugh. Yeah, please, if your birthday is coming soon, don't be sad, because every age is beautiful. I see it very beautiful in every person in the world except in myself. I'm such a coach. I'm such a coach, guys. Oh, I'm not a coach. I am a girl with issues, and I am broadcasting for other people with issues to, yeah, for them to see that it's fine. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed these strawberries. And I wish you love, and peace from Anna, Northern Germany. And happy birthday if you're also having your birthday soon. Tschüss.